This is the moment you've waited for. I think I was going to go into a little Greatest Showman. I almost did. But you know what? It is the moment you've been waiting for. It's the time that we talk about the training session. That's what we're doing today. All right? Talking about this 15-minute E3 mom. It's a 15-minute E3 mom for the strength. 15-minute E3 mom for the strength. Every third minute on the minute. For the tactical, we're looking at 5 Atlas stone to shoulders and 5 weighted pull-ups. Let's talk a little bit about the form and technique on this stone to shoulder, all right? So classic stone to shoulder. What I want to do is approach this stone with some intent, all right? Crowd the stone, straight arms, lock it underneath, one leg slides into the other, and we pick that stone up into the lap. Now, the higher up you can get it on the chest, the less it's going to smash things, all right? Higher up on the chest, and then right up to the shoulder, all right? So we have other videos on stone to shoulder if you want to review those on the YouTube channel. All right, look at some of those form and technique videos. But we're looking at 5 Atlas stone to shoulder. Now, you could swap shoulders. All right, you're not going to necessarily develop an imbalance by going just to one side. That's absolutely fine. Now, we're going to superset this with a weighted pull-up. All right, now by weighted pull-up, I'm really talking about weighted chin over the bar. Weighted chin over the bar. This is even more important that we don't sub-bro. All right, now we've loaded up your skeleton. You're pulling everything you got. The last thing you want to do is crank that neck up while you're holding extra load. All right, so keep it clean. What I'm really looking for is the strongest, most challenging pull-up that you can do for 5. All right, so that's what we're doing. 5 rounds of Atlas stone to shoulder and weighted pull-ups. Let's talk practical. On the practical side of things, you guys are going to be looking at deadlifts. All right, so looking at barbell deadlifts, you're looking for 10, so a little bit of a higher volume, going for more endurance. And then you were looking at 5 of the strongest pulls that you can do. Now, if we're not quite ready for pull-ups, we can work on some TRX row, we can work on an inverted pull. There are many variations there. In fact, if you have a dumbbell or kettlebell at home, you can get some single arm rows to the side. If you have a TRX, even better. And if you don't quite have a full barbell setup, all right, what we can do is possibly some single leg deadlifts. Highly encourage those. All right, so that is your 15-minute E3 mom. Have fun with it. And now we're getting into the work capacity. Also 15 minutes. It's a pretty good time to beat the crap out of yourself, all right? It's 2 movements, all right? It's a couplet, if you will. And those 2 movements are calories. So that could be calories on a bike if you hate yourself, love yourself, a rower, a ski erg, all right? Or I suppose you could do some burpees as well. That's 15 calories. 15 calories. You're going to superset that with 10 front rack get-ups. Now, in the pandemic, you guys might have started to realize that we're not doing a ton of sandbag work. And you can guess the reasons for that. Now, if you're at home and you have a sandbag, absolutely fantastic. Don't lick it. But use that sandbag and work on some sandbag get-up. So the idea of the sandbag get-up is that it's not quite as technical as the Turkish get-up. All right, you can get away with a little free flow and a hip action. Throw a leg out here, throw an arm out there. All right, but in this front rack position, what I'm really looking for is to kind of set that kettlebell out, lock it on the shoulder. So it's almost like an old school strongman bent press at the beginning. All right, so you're gonna lock that in. You can start from the floor or you could start from the top. The goal is to keep that kettlebell in that front rack position or out kind of on the shoulder here to where this lat and oblique are completely locked in. You're getting up and down off the floor smoothly. All right, a little smoother than I said the word floor. Now, if that feels a little bit funky to you and you have the mobility, why don't you go ahead and try a reverse burpee. All right, reverse loaded burpee. Now, if you have a pad or something, you can elevate. So maybe you don't go all the way down to the floor. You can do that as well. But the whole goal here is to work for 15 minutes, focusing on your breath. It's not gonna be outrageous. I mean, unless you crank the shit out of those calories, then it's gonna suck real bad. You can make this as nice as you want or as unpleasant as you want based on how you attack it. That's the workout of the day, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes of strength, 15-minute work capacity. Let us know if you have any questions. Question of the day, ladies and gents. What is the biggest or most important thing that you learned this year?